You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Good evening, seekers of the strange and custodians of the curious. I'm Beck, your lantern in the fog, here to lead you through a forest of freaky headlines and metaphysical mischief. And joining me, as always, is Rachel, who brings the sass, the psychic insight, and occasionally a side-eye when things get too weird. Rachel, are you ready to dive face first into the liminal pool of oddities and eyebrow-raising headlines?
I am so ready to dive in. I'm so excited.
Great. Let's kick things off with a story that'll either make you clutch your rosary or your popcorn. First up, the infamous Annabelle doll has been spotted roaming the highways, and no, not on her own, we hope. She's hit the road for a haunted tour and recently made a chilling stop at San Antonio's Black Swan Inn. Visitors claim the air thickened with dread, and that was before the overpriced funnel cake. Now, I have a few TikToks to play for you in regards to this little Annabelle escapade.
Weird occurrences keep happening around Annabelle. We've seen historic flooding and rainfall in Virginia, which is still happening to this day after she left. Notting Way Plantation burned down to the ground, as well as 11 inmates from New Orleans escaped to prison. One was captured. Upon entering Texas, an 18-wheeler burst into flames and exploded on the highway, leaving nothing but the frame. I don't believe in coincidences. I see everything that's happening from the areas that she's coming to, and weird occurrences are happening as well.
So Annabelle, the Eras Tour, is still taking place. Annabelle's just making her world tour, even though Lorraine Warren told us not to move the dial. We are still moving the fucking dial because, again, it's 2025 and we can't listen to basic instructions. We have to fuck around and find out. And I just saw a video saying that one of her next stops is Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I live 30 minutes from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And not only that, July 11th through the 13th. So right after Independence Day, we're going to bring the possessed doll to the site of one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Leave the doll alone. Take it back to where it came from. Sit her little Raggedy Ann ass in her little box and stop moving her. Stop bringing her places. We don't want her here. We don't want to fuck around and find out. Gettysburg? Gettysburg.
I think I see the next Annabelle movie in the making.
What, Annabelle tours the U.S.?
Yeah. And all the chaos that it brings. Going against the Warrens in their instructions. Like, they are the be-all of when it comes to paranormal paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. Rach, if someone handed you a VIP pass to chill with Annabelle?
Hell no.
In a candlelit room for an hour?
Hell to the no.
No? Okay.
And I'll go in the house, I'll go in the woods, I'll do this, I'll do that. I am not hanging out with Annabelle. Nope. I don't even watch the videos of her. I don't even want to look at Annabelle.
I'm not into dolls, really, at all. I don't fear them, but there's something up with that doll.
I had a Raggedy Ann when I was a kid.
I did too. And it was still creepy. Wasn't her, but it was creepy.
I don't know if it creeped me out. I was creepy when I was little.
I had a Raggedy Ann and an Andy. If I had those right now, I probably would be rich.
Yeah, probably. I still got my lamb chop. I got lamb chop and hush puppy puppets. Yeah. That's a flex, isn't it?
The trailer for The Conjuring Last Rites just dropped, and it's going full schmerl hunting this time. Ooh. The Warrens are back, fighting evil in wallpapered Pennsylvania, and things look gnarlier than a possessed piñata at a kid's party. Rach, do you think Hollywood's finally catching up to how scary the real stories are?
I'm really excited for this. I love the Conjuring movies. I love them.
I do too.
They're so good. And this is going to be the last one of the actor who plays Ed Warren.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Is the actress that plays Lorraine going to continue?
That I'm not sure. They might, because he dies before her anyways, so she could keep going.
That's
theoretically.
true.
And I know that he does a lot of different movies, and I think this is like her core role.
Just to jump back really quick to Annabelle, isn't Ryan Buell the one that's touring her around?
Is it?
Yes, from Paranormal State.
That's right. I just discovered his TikTok actually, and I was pretty excited because I'm like, yeah, he's back in the game.
He's back after his crazy wild drug addictions and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a whole thing.
You know, that isn't surprising, especially with the type of entities that he dances around with.
Even after all the things they've said he's done, and I still like him better than Zach Baggins.
I just hear Zach Baggins shushing in my ears.
In a moment straight out of a daytime demon drama, Whoopi Goldberg appeared visibly distracted on The View by something not on camera. She even mentioned it might be paranormal. Frankly, I'd be more shocked if The View wasn't haunted. Rach, what's your theory? Residual energy, disgruntled spirit intern?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to find this video because I don't find it quite entertaining. Going for Whoopi.
Her name's Karen Johnson.
Her name is Karen.
Karen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Whoopi's actually better, and that's saying something.
Whoopi is a Karen.
Next up, a headline that's making waves in both the earthly and the ethereal realms. The Catholic Church has reportedly threatened to excommunicate priests who report cases of sexual abuse to civil authorities without church approval. Yes, you heard that right. Not the abusers, the whistleblowers. According to canon law updates highlighted in recent media reports, clergy who bypass internal channels and take abuse cases straight to the police could face the ultimate ecclesiastical penalty, excommunication.
What?
How do we even begin to unpack this, Rach?
Like, what in the actual hell are we talking about here? Like, I can't.
For those keeping score, this effectively discourages justice while preserving the institution's image. Many are calling it spiritual coercion. Others are calling it an outright cover-up.
I'm not surprised. You know the crap that goes on in Catholic schools that they cover up?
And the priests,
Yeah.
we know.
Yeah, and it's for the image and this and that. Ugh, I just know so much, and I could just go into it, but...
You've worked with survivors and spiritual seekers. What does it do to someone's faith when the very structure meant to protect the sacred becomes complicit in hiding sin?
Yeah, it turns them into a non-believer. It strips away their faith.
To be clear, there are many priests and nuns that are doing good work in the world.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
when the institution threatens to sever someone from the body of Christ for trying to protect children, we're not just dealing with theology, we're dealing with power. And if that doesn't count as a spiritual crisis, I don't know what does.
I feel like the children are just so vulnerable right now more than ever, and I can't stand it.
I am right there with you. Meanwhile, in Maryborough, Australia, the historic Bond store is opening its doors to ghost hunters starting May 30th. They're offering EMF meters, spirit boxes, and possibly a complimentary heart attack. Rachel, if we went down under, would you run toward the ghost or casually moonwalk out of there?
Well, everything's a little scarier in Australia, isn't it?
I think so.
So wouldn't you assume that the ghosts are probably that much more terrifying in Australia? Like they're spiders?
That is a genius comparison.
I don't know Australian ghosts. I feel like I don't know if I'd cross that line.
Like a bunch of, oh God, what was his name? Let me think of his name.
He's talking about Steve Irwin?
No,
Oh.
I was thinking of that other crocodile. A bunch of crocodile hunters down under.
He is the crocodile hunter.
Oh, yeah, but I
Steve
was thinking of that other.
Like, crikey.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin ghost, I'll hang out with him. He'd be like telling me about all the animals and stuff. I'm down with that. I'm not really familiar on like Australian spooky lore. Maybe that's something we'll have to dive down one of these days.
That would be a good episode. And we have viewers on our channel that are from Australia. I wonder if we can reach out to them and ask.
Yeah.
Tell us some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love our Aussies.
Yes, we do. Sci-Fi is premiering Revival on June 12th based on the comic where the dead come back, but not in a brains kind of way. These undead are weirdly well-adjusted at first. Mm-hmm. If the dead start coming back to life, Rach, what's your first question for them, assuming it's not, where's my stuff?
Okay, if the dead comes back, I'm going to first ask them about their journey, where they went, and why are they back? How are they back?
Right.
And if they got superpowers, and help me out.
And why would you want to come back?
Yeah.
Brace yourselves, stargazers. Both Neptune and Saturn are moving into Aries. Translation: dreamy chaos meets rigid determination. Think of it as a visionary drunk uncle crashing your career plans. Rach, do you think this cosmic duel will launch people into spiritual greatness or just into weird Etsy shops selling blessed macaroni?
Only if it's spray painted gold. Knowing the way things are, it's probably going to be pretty chaotic. There's just going to be more construction on the roads and yellow cones and orange barrels.
We see you, Aries. We know you.
Oh, we sure do.
Hey, Spirit Seekers. Enjoying the show? Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Spirit. Leave us a review on Apple or Spotify and share the love. We drop a new video every week on our YouTube channel covering paranormal, conspiracy, high strangeness, and more. Have questions or want to share your own spooky story? Drop us a line at tothespiritpod@gmail.com. Stay spirited.
Let's add another spooky feather to our already full cap of cosmic curiosities. A new study has found that humans emit a visible light. Yes, visible. And that light reportedly vanishes at the moment of death. We're not talking metaphor here. Scientists using ultra-sensitive cameras found that our bodies emit biophotons, tiny particles of light generated during cellular activity. This glow, faint but measurable, pulses in sync with biological rhythms and reportedly ceases instantly at death. Is this proof we're literally beings of light, Rach? Or is this science finally catching up to what spiritual traditions have been saying for millennia?
I just think this is so cool. And with this, too, the more you're connected and you're attuned, the brighter you're going to be. You meditate.
Yeah.
You do that spiritual hygiene. You're going to glow. And people do glow brighter than others. You can tell when someone's a dark mother effer, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And this whole discovery is really exciting to me.
Well, get this. The study even suggests that this biophoton emission might correlate with energy fields around the body, leading credence to the idea of an aura, which raises the real question, is your vibe just your light signature? Rach, have you ever seen someone's light dim, literally or figuratively?
Oh, yeah. It's actually very sad, especially when someone was such a beautiful, vibrant person. And I don't know if you've seen those TikToks of people. It's like when you lose your spark and it shows like an old happy video of them and then what they look like now. It's really sad. People that you know that were just like that happy, bubbly person, and then they're gone and they have to get themselves back. And it's something they have to do.
I think I've been around some people that have dimmed my light.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we all have. Be aware of that, too. If someone's dulling you down, you got to know. You got to let them go.
Amen, sister. They just proved it's real.
Mm-hmm.
The new Final Destination movie is here, and this time, a college student inherits death premonitions from grandma. It's generational trauma, but make it paranormal. Rach, would you rather know when or how you're going to die? Or are you team no spoilers?
Nah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Me neither.
You're not supposed to know.
No.
Unless you're supposed to know. You know what I mean? Unless you just did not care. Really, if you're at that full stage of enlightenment, it doesn't matter. You accept it and you're like, cool, it's going to happen. But
I don't want to know.
I don't know.
Mm-mm. Coming June 13th, The Other is your classic creepy kid horror flick.
Ooh.
Family adopts mute child. Child has dark secret. Hijinks and hauntings ensue. Why is it always the quiet ones, Rach?
Love me some hijinks. Because the quiet ones, they got the most going on up there. They're just thinking and stewing and, you know. Speaking of hijinks, Beck, have you heard about our boy, Zachy Baggins?
Yes, I have.
I know Aaron's kind of been in the spotlight lately for his ex's hijinks.
Oh, yeah.
But good old Zach Baggins, it's been released that his former girlfriend, who was also a former Playboy bunny, Holly Madison, he cheated on her with at least 7 women.
Oh, at least.
At least.
I heard some of them were underage.
Yikes.
Well, at least that's what she's reporting. Wasn't she Hugh Hefner's chick for a while?
Yeah, she was one of the main 3 there. They had that show.
I don't think I've ever watched that show. What show?
They had a reality shows like Hugh and the 3 girls.
Oh, and she was one of the 3.
Were they his wives or just girlfriends?
Oh, good
remember.
question. I don't know. Maybe the listeners know.
Yeah.
Are you Team Holly or Team Zach?
I don't even know, Holly. Listen, I love Ghost Adventures, and Zach has been a part of my life for a long time.
So you're Team Zach.
I don't know.
You're like, I don't care if he cheats on a Playboy model.
Well, come on. She was with Hugh Hefner, and that relationship is cheating.
What? What do you mean?
He was with a billion women all at once, all the time. There was no monogamy.
Maybe she really loved Zachy. Okay. All right.
Whatever happened with Zach and his mistresses and his scandal, I think it's going to be something that we will never fully understand. We want answer.
Digging into ancient Earth now, literally. Paleontologists have uncovered a previously unknown species of dinosaur in Argentina, and this one's got a quirky twist. It had only 2 claws on each forelimb, and you gotta stick with me here, nicknamed Jacopal canicura, which loosely translate to shield bearer. This little armored oddball lived around 94 million years ago and looked like a cross between a tank, a bird, and that awkward kid in gym class who never quite figured out dodgeball. Scientists are scratching their heads, calling it an evolutionary mystery. It had strong legs, a stubby tail, armor plating, and those signature 2 claws that make it stand out like the punk rocker of the dino world. If extinction hadn't taken him out, do you think the Jacopal would have evolved into something mythological, a dragon maybe, or a desert cryptid hiding out in Patagonia?
You even think it's real?
Yeah, I do.
You know, there's a whole conspiracy and dinosaurs aren't even real. And people are just collecting a whole bunch of bones and creating things and all that. I don't know.
I've seen that rabbit hole. Some researchers say its lineage throws a wrench into the traditional dino family tree, suggesting parallel evolution or a completely different branch of the dinosaur dynasty, which, if you ask me, sounds suspiciously like the universe saying, "You still don't get how weird I am? Would you keep an eye out for a modern cousin of this creature on your next hike?"
I guess I'm going to now that you said it. On top of bears.
And Wendigo.
Yeah, and that and skin crawlers.
Based on the Thai horror video game Home Sweet Home, Rebirth hits the screens this April. Haunted House, check. Reality warping spirits, double check. Possibly needing a change of pants after watching it, triple check.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think video games are better at scaring us than movies now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's so much scarier to play a horror video game than to watch a movie because you're in it, you're there.
Have you been watching The Last of Us?
So
Here we go. No, let's do it. Let's do it.
So we played the games. First game, amazing, love it. Second game, gameplay was good. The story was shite. I hate it. I watched the first season. I will not watch the second season. I hate that the whole thing is like, oh, revenge is bad and yeah. And
well, I've been following it. Now, I never played the games. I am into the second season, and I am hating the woke ideologies being brought in. Now, I didn't play the game, but really?
And the girl who plays Abby, she should have been playing Ellie.
That's the bad girl, supposedly.
Yeah. She looks like the real. I don't like the girl who plays Ellie. And then the girl who's supposed to be playing Abby, she's supposed to be jacked.
Oh, well, she's not really jacked.
She's not. Like, I don't know what direction they're going in. I feel like the part 2 of The Last of Us is like the part 2 of Joker, Folie à Deux.
Oh, boy. Folie à Deux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. It's a punishment, I swear.
Well, many people are with you on that, Rach. I think a lot of people are pissed off.
Good.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that game, the second Last of Us, it came out in 2020. It's the summer of 2020. Everybody's stressed. So all I got is that game right now to bring me back into something really entertaining. And that game stressed me out. I was so disappointed. So in the height of it all, like, that just sucked. That extra sucked. And some people, I know people who absolutely love it. Good for them. They love it. Whatever. I think it's crap.
Well, the second season is crap, too.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. I protest.
Switching gears to science, physicists at CERN have possibly discovered a new particle that doesn't fit the standard model.
Oh, God.
Yeah, here we go again. Some say it's a breakthrough. Others say it's the start of a Marvel origin story. If we're about to get superpowers, what's yours going to be? And no teleporting to avoid awkward conversations. That's already taken.
Ooh. Could be invisible and just go Joe Goldberg all the time.
All right. You're going invisible?
Yeah.
Like it. Let's pivot now to the skies over Kansas, where something very not Dorothy blew in. Earlier this month, residents of Lawrence, Kansas looked up to find a perfectly round, jet black ring hovering in the sky. Smooth, silent, ominously still. Naturally, it sent TikTok into full-blown UFO mode. But was it a portal? A smoke ring from a malfunctioning transformer? A cloaked mothership doing donuts over the Midwest? No one really knows. Local officials chalked it up to a man-made source with no further explanation, which, let's be honest, isn't exactly reassuring. You've seen some weird stuff in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does this feel like a cover-up story to you, or could it be something elemental or even interdimensional?
Yeah, there's a lot of crap going on in the sky. They're not telling us, even though they said they were going to tell us, they're not telling us. But I have been seeing stuff. I've sent you videos of things that I've seen. Just little stagnant blinkers in the sky for no apparent reason. But yeah, I think there's something behind it. And they just hide it. Up here, you hardly see anything because it's just clouds.
All the time.
All the time.
Well, some theorists suggest these rings are signs of high-energy experiments or interdimensional bleed-through. Others say they're spiritual signatures like scars in the sky where something unseen passed through. And if that's the case, then Kansas might not be as flat as we thought. It could be thin.
And who knows, it could be some weather manipulation type of thing.
We know all about that.
I wish I didn't.
Remember David Grush, the former intelligence official who dropped the truth bomb about non-human craft in government custody? Well, there's new movement. Internal memos suggest congressional interest is heating up. Do you think 2025 is the year they finally say the quiet part out loud, Rach?
I hope so. How much more can they just not tell us? We're literally seeing stuff all the time. Wasn't there like an orb or something that they discovered?
Yeah.
Like they've been doing MRI scans on this crazy type of metal, some insane extraterrestrial orb.
And yet we still have nothing.
It's not an adversary. That I can tell you. That's it. Nothing else.
Well, that wraps up this wild ride through the weird and potentially world-shifting. Whether it's haunted dolls, rogue particles, or celebrity ghost encounters, one thing's clear. We are not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and as always,
stay strange.
To the Spirit
Podcast.
Supernatural Science.
Aliens. I'm ghost.
Psychic. Mystic.
Spirit.
Divine Source. Heaven.
The dead. It's magic.